Oh, hello there, neighbours. Don't think I want to deal with that. What's going on, everyone? Hawkwood back at ya. Here we go again. Last time I left you, we weren't in Realm Divide, but everybody had basically declared war on me except for, I think, the Ito. And I was debating what to do, because this is quite the pickle. So what I've sort of determined is that the reason everybody likely declared war on me is because the Takeda broke the alliance with me, and so I became a nice juicy target for everybody, all at the same time. So they all turned against me. I think the only way to really turn this around in terms of not having to fight literally everybody before Realm Divide happens is to try and force the Takeda to peace, which means I'm going to need to beat down their armies a little bit and then create a new alliance, and then that should dissuade everybody else from wanting to fight me. Maybe we can turn it around from there. I have a siege from the Ikuiki that I would likely win if they attacked me, but they're sieging me out, so I might need to fight them. And then there's the other issue that I am about to hit Realm Divide, so I could embrace that fact and just start conquering as many territories as possible and have everyone declare war on me and just deal with it. Yeah, or I could just play it safe and try to manage the situation somehow diplomatically. I just don't know if that's possible. I've got this big stack coming here that will be a problem from the Takeda. I've got the Honma to my north that could land armies here and are coming here with a small force as well. Quite a variety of problems. The other thing I could do is, I could just hold off these enemies and trigger Realm Divide and just start focusing on boosting my economy so that I can start fielding armies enough that I can then take back all the land that I potentially would be slowly losing if I allowed Realm Divide to trigger. I think the first thing to do is let's see if we can beat back the Ikuiki army with some cheeky tactics. We have way more archers, so there's a good possibility that they'll rush me, which means if I get in a half-decent defensive position on a hill somewhere, even though they outnumber my infantry massively, I might be able to force or encourage the enemy generals to land on my spears and then break the rest of the army. Let's fight this and see what happens, and then we'll deal with the next set of problems. I took a few days off, to be honest, just because I wasn't sure if I could turn this around, but we're going to give it a try. I think the main takeaway, though, if you want an easier campaign, is to do everything you possibly can to maintain one strong ally, which I probably let fly under the radar by not keeping positive enough relations with the Takeda, but I think I was still on pretty good terms with them and they just broke the alliance when the Shoni declared war on me, and then everybody else joined after that because the Takeda abandoned me, and then the Takeda joined in as well. So yeah, bit of a problem. We will see what we can do. So I want to keep the conditions to dry because I'm going to sit up on this hill and fire my many arrows down at the enemy. I need to think about how to position on this tiny little hill that we have fought on before at the very beginning of the campaign, when we fought a superior Oda force and they charged me up on this hill. So before I do start it, let me think what I want to do. So I want to have multiple rows, I think, of Yari Ashigaru, because the front row might get decimated by enemy archers, and I'll need to plug the gaps as some of those units get destroyed. I'll have a reserve maybe on the side. I would rather keep the fill-in general on the side here, and then for the archers, let's see what these guys are doing. Are they staying up on the hill? They're coming to get me. Looks like they're marching for me, yeah, because I have the superior missile contingent. Tempting to spread out a bit, because their archers will be extremely potent against mine. They've got better quality archers, even if I've got the bigger numbers. And the fact that I'm just shoving everybody up here on this ledge means that even if they miss a bunch of arrows...
Our hidden units have been discovered, my lord!
Just get everyone in formation so I don't miss anything accidentally. Get the reserves on the flank just in case we do get flanked, and then if we do need to move them up, we can to the front row. And we'll see how we go. Set everyone to guard mode as well. I don't want anyone running out of formation because we will get screwed if we're out in the open field. They have much better infantry than we do. And they have cavalry, so we'd be at a massive disadvantage on a front-on fight like that. But there's the general, looks like. One of them. Oh no, that's light cav. Is it just the general here? Yeah, it's just the general here. He's coming in. Cool, interesting choice. I'll get my general. I don't even know if there's any morale boost to having your general when you don't actually have a real general, having the captain anywhere, but I am gonna move him up where he can be closer, or better yet safer, because I do think that if your captain dies there is a morale hit, even though there's no benefit from him actually being on the front line itself. So now the question is, do I want to... Jeez, losing a lot to archer fire. Okay, can you guys please take out some of these archers then? Now let's see if I can get some flanks maybe? Or actually I might just reinforce these guys. Move these guys up, they may as well be engaged if they're getting shot at by archers.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Just keep tapping these guys forward in their formation. Keep pressuring. Oh shoot. Break out of formation with our captain. The bow Ronin are not taking enough damage. How are we doing on the front line? We're mostly okay, to be honest. But they still have a big old front line of infantry. General is gonna get killed by my captain, if he's not already dead. Yeah, he's there. But they do have two generals, so I don't know if that's the leading general or not. And then we need to hope that they break after that. Meanwhile, the Ronin are just somehow not dying fast enough. I'm just going to let them free fire on anyone they can actually hit, because they're getting blocked by something, but if I let them choose their targets, hopefully that'll change things for me. Wavering. Nice. We love to see it. Shattered. You guys keep marching forward. It looks like everyone's breaking. One of the generals is dead. I don't know where the other one even is. Looks like we're winning this pretty handily, actually. Honestly, I think this is easier to fight than if we were in the castle. These guys are getting shots off, although they're not picking their targets very well. I think we're gonna run down the hill. So we pretty handily stomped the Ikoiki that were coming to attack the castle. Outside of the castle, this rock is honestly much better than a castle. Works for me. These guys I would expect would be routing pretty quickly. But then again, maybe they have enough morale to hold on, and I've just allowed myself to take a lot of unnecessary casualties, who knows. Get these guys in spear wall formation, and get these guys in spear wall formation as well. And then get them pushed into the enemy from this side. Nice, okay, we got the routes. They're breaking.
A glorious victory will
Pretty solid
soon be
performance.
yours.
Now, the question is, do I leave this army here to keep fighting for Owari? Or do I retreat back to the capital, which has the bigger castle, is more easily defended, and more important because it can actually produce decent quality cavalry. Whereas this one is important because it's got a lot of money coming in from gold, but it's also much more dangerous to defend. Not sure what to do. Nice, we crushed, and we get a general. That's awesome news. Congrats, dear captain, on your promotion. You shall be our commissioner, or warfare probably. This guy's basically permanently commissioner for development, because I feel like that's more important while we're developing our economy, to have our highest general, apart from our daimyo himself, doing the most important portfolio. You are both level 2, so the second most important probably is commissioner for warfare. So I should give it to one of the level 2 guys, maybe. -2 to cost of recruiting. You know what? That one's probably that one's the one I can afford to give to this guy the most, I feel. Defended against the Ikoiki. Can I convince them to leave me alone? No.
Speak.
What if I were to take this unit that's almost dead and just suss out what's going on over here? Alright, let's see if they're Oh, hello there, neighbors. Don't think I want to deal with that. Oh, I feel like I could definitely take a good chunk of these guys with me, but you know what? Not worth the risk. Let's just go back to the castle where we belong. You can keep going somewhere else. I've got a bit of experience, so I don't want to delete you straight away. So we're probably going to get sieged again, but I think I can just keep repeating that battle on the ridge there pretty successfully. So I think we can hold there. Here's the next problem. I do have armies in the area. Will the Honma work with me?
Will my ears be shaped by the hearing?
They're only enemies with me, so if I were to try and forge a peace with them, they might honestly just betray me out of not having any better targets, so that is an issue. I honestly think I am leaning towards it being capture everything o'clock, trigger realm divide and just deal with it, perhaps. If I am going to do that, then I would like to boost my daimyo's honor, so that public order is just a little bit better from the bonus to high honor. So much to think about. Let's look at our agents. You are scoping out if there's any threats coming from this direction. Okay, we've got an army, but they are hopefully heading in the opposite direction. Unclear. I guess we keep him in the area up here. We've got 5 Metsuke, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got our 1 spy here, who I really should have sent to explore this direction. Let's get him to establish the network there. You're just hanging out. Is there anyone for you to take out? There is this guy to try and kill. Let's do it. Failed apprehension. I hopefully won't lose him next turn, but I very well might. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that mean I can recruit one more? Okay, I think I need another Sakiden before I can recruit my 5th thief. If I had money, I would build a Buddhist temple so I can get some monks as well, especially since they get a +2 ranks from being created in this province here with this special building. Honma's gonna march on me here, but I can retreat back to the castle to defend and probably win, even if they have higher quality troops, I would assume. Navy, I'm tempted to allow myself to have my navy sunk just because I can't really deal with this many threats. And I'm not getting any money from this anyway, so I'm just paying upkeep for these ships that aren't returning anything. So a part of me is tempted to just sink all my ships and abandon the cost of managing a navy. Especially since if I really need iron and Realm Divide is triggered, I could grab this rebel province of Miyagi and I'd have access to it, but I don't think I really need it now anyway, because I've already upgraded my armorer to the max level. Let's see where we can move troops around. So we've got 3 partial stacks of units ready to defend against the Takeda, if I do need to fight them. I could even march them into Takeda lands and start capturing stuff if I am ready to trigger Realm Divide. Wish I could throw up a poll, but I'm not playing online and have you guys tell me what to do. My financial situation is pretty terrible as well, is the other problem. I just don't have enough money, unless I'm literally just not gonna build any more military units and just deal with all the threats I have to deal with now until this research comes through and we can start upgrading farms slowly. Are there any diplomatic solutions? So these guys only have +1 with me, so there's a good chance that at some point they would be possibly going to betray me. Yeah, if I can delete these 3 armies from the Takeda, 3 and a bit armies, then there is a possibility, I feel like, that I could force them into an alliance, get them to declare war on the Ikoiki and play from there. I'm gonna keep this guy close this turn, and then next turn I'll send him over here in case there are more agents that need to that we need to try and assassinate, because I don't want the enemy Metsuke just wandering around doing whatever they want. Speaking of enemies doing whatever they want, this guy doesn't have any movement left, so I'm risking losing a Metsuke here, unfortunately. I could also upgrade this so that I get even more bonuses to my Metsuke levels, because at the moment they get +2 ranks, but if I get this to maximum, which I haven't researched yet, but should start working on getting up there, then I think you get another 1 or 2 levels to your Metsuke, so you can basically get really well leveled Metsuke as soon as they're recruited, which is awesome. Can a single Bokaboya fight and win against a medium Bune if I do the fight myself? Probably, but it's a boring fight. I suppose I can deal with whether or not I'm going to go for Realm Divide next turn. For now, I need to figure out how to deal with the threat of these Takeda armies coming my way. Alright, so let's move up my general. How's your happiness? Cool, not gonna rebel. Move him up here. And how's your happiness? Are you gonna rebel next turn? No, okay, so I could afford to do that, but maybe I should leave 2 guys in here to keep the happiness up there. And I want to give this guy a full stack of the best units possible, so that my daimyo can come over here and take control of it, and then he can use his night battles to take out the Takeda armies one-on-one, or at least weaken them one-on-one. If I leave Kozuke, what's their happiness looking like? Okay, so I think I need to leave a guy here as well, or maybe even more. I think I need to leave 2 because my daimyo adds +3 happiness to a region by his presence, so when he leaves, yeah, they're even now. Cool, that's all good. Oh, and in fact that means that these guys can come here. Yeah, we'll just leave them separately for now, and in fact take a step back in case we need to worry about these armies. I wonder if the armies will head this direction or this direction. In fact, maybe I should move them a little bit further back just in case. I need to rush them over in this direction. And then we'll have my daimyo join up with them and we can figure out which direction to fight the Takeda. That's that for now. I think that's everything I can do with this turn. I think that's about it. I think we're just going to have to end turn there. I would jack up taxes to start getting in some more money and then flip them back down before rebellion, but then I'll trigger a rebellion in Echigo if I do that, because they must have been unhappy last turn. So I think we're ending turn there. We're actually minus 30 income, which is terrifying when I have 104 banked up. So next turn I could potentially be bankrupt if, say, the Ito break trade agreement with me or whatever. Okay, so if these guys grab Suruga, I could grab their capital, which is crazy that they would allow for that. A lot of Ikoiki agents doing Ikoiki agent things in my territory, which I hate. I wonder if I could siege the capital of the Takeda and that would be enough to dissuade them from attacking me, but something tells me probably not. I need to beat down their armies first, and then that one army is kind of separated from the other 2 stacks, so I might be able to pick that one off. Let's retreat from this battle. Don't think he can follow me. Yep, we're good. Sabotage. One of our agents is back from being wounded from an assassin, probably. So Sadanori. Okay, you are a ninja. Sweet. Okay. So 72% chance to apprehend, 29% chance to apprehend. Seems like Metsuke have a higher chance of getting rid of ninjas, and ninjas have a higher chance of assassinating, because this guy's level 1 and he's got a better chance of assassinating this level 3 Metsuke for the monk. So yeah, it does seem like... Is this free? He's running away. Okay. It does seem something along the lines of there's like a scissors paper rock thing with the different agent types, and I think monks have a good chance of converting... Oh no, are you guys going to be able to reach? Just barely. Okay, so I want to do this. Oh, not you. What are you doing? Get back in the town. I don't even want him in Sagami. I wanted him to keep moving to the next town over. That ninja that I think this guy tried to assassinate last turn is just sabotaging stuff over here, which is really unhelpful. Is Kazusa somewhere I would like to have a Metsuke? Potentially, especially if there's a ninja running around burning things down. So that'll calm people down, especially when the building is rebuilt. So you guys need to come out here. Okay, we'll do that. Please tell me you can reach... Yes, okay, cool. Is he going to fight us? He is going to fight us. We massively outnumber him, and for the most part his army's not particularly threatening, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, the balance of power reflects accurately that we're in a pretty good position here. They will probably take Suruga, but then turn around and try and fight the remainder of this army, I would think, and probably charge into my spears, defending a bridge battle, which is good news for me. Although most of my spears are in the reinforcing army, so I might have to do some switching around. Let's see how we go.